SAM stands for Strategic Advice Manager. It's an expert system, so it's a rules-based application, algorithm really, that analyzes who the client is, what the goals they have, their planning preferences, risk tolerance, income tax, and full cash flow planning in order to make it more efficient and effective to build financial plans. Traditionally in other tools, there's an area that someone goes to and will trial and error and essentially try to build a plan that makes sense for the client. But where SAM sings and makes a lot of sense is that list and prioritization of strategies is specific and contextual to the client. So two people of the same age or the same demographics aren't going to get the same plan as they might in an incumbent tool because you're limited to how well the user's trained. Instead, by embracing and working with SAM as the advisor or even the end client, you can get a plan that's specific and contextual and comes back with options that may not have been normally considered because it's analyzing deeper into the cash flows, deeper into the tax situation, and even deeper into their demographics. Advisors have responded to SAM, and actually I should say the ones that do are the ones that embrace and work with SAM. So the best way to think about it is the advisors to understand that SAM is really the caddy to their golfer, and it's looking for the opportunities that they may not see, that may not be as obvious to them in existing tools. They're finding new opportunities, they're finding new ways to engage client. They're really building the value proposition and the value advice by embracing technology, embracing the ability to kind of say, these are things I would not normally have considered. The other piece that helps is the end client. When they see these things, when they see there's stuff that's unique to their situation and not just cookie cutter advice, that can't do anything but make the advisor happy in terms of there's different product opportunities and things that they may not have normally considered as part of it. There's really 4 differentiators with Conquest compared to what we did last time. The first is SAM, so obviously that Strategic Advice Manager and the ability to create plans faster. In our former tool that shall not be named, we had seen some studies, and there was one done by Michael Kitces in 2017 that it takes 10 to 17 hours to build a plan. And so obviously as a client scales in complexity with business planning and estate, that can still take time. But if you can reduce the time it takes to build a plan, and we've seen minutes, 45 minutes, and we have testimonials on our website and our YouTube channel, that's a benefit. So that was a big thing for us to do first, to get more plans done faster and more plans in the hands of end consumers. The other is our technology stack, so two-way open API. We consume our own API for everything we do. There's no calculations done in the user interface. So really what that does and allows for, and some of our best implementations, are when we can be embedded in the technology ecosystem of our partners. And so that's anything from pulling data into the system, and anything we have in current data is up for grabs. So you're not just limited to demographics, and you're not just limited to say pull versus push. Any of it is possible. And then also data out, which is important. So we can actually take some of those strategies that get applied and push them to fulfillment systems for the purpose of portfolio construction or opening the account or opening the insurance policy. Our scalability is huge, so we can scale all the way from mass market planning to ultra high net worth. So we have deployed self-directed client solutions with group retirement programs, with lead gen and prospecting, all the way to supporting the traditional advice model, the collaborative advice model, maybe there's a call center, and of course the wealth model and insurance and things like that. So the beauty of it is for these firms that choose to deploy Conquest, you can actually take Conquest, remove a whole bunch of tools that are on your advisor shelf, and have one version of Conquest that supports the end consumer, the client-facing stuff, and then obviously the wealth advisors at the far end of the channel. And the fourth option is hyper-personalization. So, we weren't, in our older tool, there was really one way to use it. It kind of tend to focus on high net worth, and there were different ways you can control roles and things like that. But this time it's about not presuming that there's one way advisors engage and work with their clients. So we build a lot of configurability, whether it's through the use of user interfaces or products, or even the SAM strategies that are exposed to the end client. And so what that does is allows firms to come in, still use the comprehensiveness, still use the power of the Conquest calculation engine, but hyper-personalize, especially on the output delivery. And so we have the ability to create your own PDF reports, the ability to create digital stories, the ability to push to client portals, and then you plop on that the API solution, send data anywhere, augment existing customer applications. And so Conquest is doing things as correctly as we possibly can in a projection engine. We want our clients to leverage it, and so that's been another big differentiator for us. To us, AI is a tool. I mentioned SAM. SAM is an expert system. It's an older form of artificial intelligence, and so it's not really considered artificial intelligence anymore. But where it's going is obviously with generative AI, predictive AI, large language models, all those things. And so where I see AI going is augmenting existing things that are out there, like the Conquest planning application, to further usage of the platform. And so, for example, what we're doing with large language models is we're building in the ability to ask Sam questions that might benefit a better and help build a better quality plan, that might uncover additional things that just general planning, day-to-day stuff may not be readily apparent, and also help with deeper plan analysis and even output delivery. So as an example, in what we're experimenting right now, is you can literally ask Sam, how much money will my clients have at retirement? And it will come up with that answer in a very client-facing paragraph. Traditional software, you got to search for it, you got to look for it. There might be a number on a report somewhere. It might be on a PDF output, but someone had to do it. But just think of the possibilities if a client goes, why is my plan red in 2040? I don't want to search for it. I want to click I want to ask Sam and say, Sam, why am I red in 2040? And say, well, you haven't funded your education goal. Take me to the education goal to fund it and work through it. And so the time-saving opportunities are tremendous. On the plan analysis, there's a world where we can leverage large language models and some of these AI platforms to essentially build the output. So my clients are teachers, they're more visual, I want to demonstrate it this way. My clients are engineers, they're numbers focused, please put something together in this way. And so, it's something that we're very focused on. Like I said, it's a tool. AI should be used in conjunction with good systems, good products, good applications, and I think the way we've architected our system sets us up well for where we can take AI in the future.